the play is, but can you see?
Connor has the puck, made a great shot. One goes back up, and that's the score. There it is. Oh, the Connor gets the first score of the game. It's Burley hit the three. Leo scores. Great shot. Score! Chelsea Vernon slides the back of the net from the face-off circle, and with 1:14 to go, the Raiders take a 3-2 lead.
And welcome back to an all-new Black Red Blitz. As always, I'm your host, Rebecca Cahn. Well, in this episode, tourney action continues as three Raiders teams continue to fight deeper into the MIAA brackets. Well, it's definitely going to be a tough road ahead as we first focus in on girls hockey as they kick off the first game of a playoff hockey doubleheader here on Sunday at Canton Ice House. Raiders easily took care of Stoneham last Wednesday, but would have a rare first-round appearance on the road to contend with, as Wellesley would look to upend the number 7 seed Westwood Wolverines on their home ice. Opening period, Wellesley controls the tempo of the game by a landslide, but sophomore goalie Caroline McDonough will not budge. So it's even more frustrating as we go deeper into this first that a 0 still remains on Wellesley's side of the board. Just over a minute left in these first 15 minutes of action though, Ellen McGow clears out the puck and Kat Keith connects with the puck in the neutral zone for the breakaway. And the Wolverines' sophomore sensation rips it stick side and buries it into the back of the net. And so after one plate here, it's Westwood who has the 1-goal advantage. Start of the second, let's play some more hockey. Everyone's ready, well, except for the whole Westwood team, as they take their sweet old time coming back on the ice. So the refs actually have to go find them. In the meantime, shout out to the Westwood fans who start yelling at the Raiders starting line on the ice, "Hey, you're losing." Thanks, Captain Obvious. And oh, by the way, it's only 1-0 with 2 more periods to go. Well, thanks for the extra motivation, fans, as Kat Donahue fires on net, rebounds loose. Phoebe Lawrence with the putback gets a McDonough rejection, but the rebound stays on the doorstep, just waiting for Devin Chapman to bury it for the clutch equalizer. With just over 3 minutes into this second, the Westwood fans, guess who's not losing anymore? Tied up 1-1. In this game, there were either no calls on both sides or refs being too quick on the whistle in the crease. Raiders power play, Westwood here gets away with another penalty. Grace Door is flat out taken down. No call. Seconds later, Wolverines continue on this penalty kill. Great chances by Elise Coakley, gets fought off by McDonough. Great crease defense on the PK here though, as Olivia Vernon disrupts this point-blank shot. Then Alyssa Semino insanely quick reflex pad save denies Caroline Fitzgerald. The tie stands still. Just outstanding defense again by Olivia Vernon as she sticks the puck away from Olivia Jordan. Vernon then picks up the loose puck and speeding down the ice. Nice stick handling, tries to go with the backhand, but again, Caroline McDonough is buying it. But again, it's Wellesley on the power play in this third as we remain locked in at 1-1. Kat Donahue from the point fires on net, and a fantastic effort by Grace Door backhanded while falling down is a legit enough chance that McDonough can't risk it and gloves it. Wolverines outshot all game in their own rink, bring the heat in this third. Alyssa Semino stands her ground, defending the crease. But a head-scratcher call comes right here with barely minutes to spare in this third. Raiders relentless in the crease, and near empty net lays in wait. The loose puck near the dangerous Phoebe Lawrence. And the whistle blows. What? Oh, it's not one but 2 refs to the, I thought the goalpost came loose, so let's check it twice to cover up our mistake. Still no explanation on that one. No biggie though, it's only the playoffs. I mean, we're tied up and overtime is lingering. Nobody's stressing. So now we go to dreaded sudden death. If you're not a nail biter, well, you are now, watching this. Wellesley goes for the clear out, Ashley Nolte takes it away. Nicole Schneider shoots, blocked by Semino, but the puck dangles past Semino at the goal line. Semino outstretched, can't stop. Kat Keith's put back, and it's game over. So as Westwood runs on the ice to celebrate Keith's game-winning dagger that carries them into the quarterfinals, Raiders, as a team, are left in shock, left with a heart-wrenching loss to show for instead, even though they outworked and outplayed the Wolverines from the very start. But as the game of hockey can bring you so much joy, it can also bring you to tears. It's a game of inches, and sadly these Raiders are forced to experience the reality of those words. I could go on how devastating this loss is to a team that's made the state championship the last incredible 3 years in a row, and how that goal hadn't changed for this season either. But in the end, this fantastic season the Raiders had is so much to be proud of. But this 2-1 loss in overtime to Westwood just plain hurts. So as the girls' season sadly comes to an end, the boys would face off next right here as we stay at Canton Ice House. After getting a first-round bye and plenty of time off, the Raiders' first test here in the quarterfinals would be against a very familiar opponent. Bring on their Horde Division rivals, the Natick Redhawks. These two teams met up twice already this season, with both sides taking a win on their own home ice, respectively. Well, now it's the playoffs, so we're back at 0-0. Who's taking this one tonight? Well, a scoreless opening period flies by to take us into the second, where the extra pushing and shoving after a blown whistle goes down. You know, the usual with these two teams who equally dislike each other. So while freshman goalie Andrew Hubbard is keeping Redhawks in check, Raiders pick apart Natick's defense. And it starts, never stops, on the faceoff. A battle to win the draw, Joey Simmering centers the puck to the boards. Zach Dowdy fires, Dowdy's shot gets sticked in by Bo Picking. And Raiders get on the board first with a Bo Picking score. Fast forward 2 minutes later, another faceoff. Natick tries to clear out but can't. Jack Hubbard reels in the puck near the blue line and feeds it back in to Teddy Goss. Goss fires, James Herring blocks out, but the rebound stays loose along the boards. Tommy Lieberman centers it to Darrell Webb. Webb's one-timer fires through. 2-0 Wellesley, and the Raiders feeling it here with 2 quick scores. But don't get used to that 2-goal advantage just yet, because seconds later, you guessed it, Raider face-off. Zach Dowdy from way out from the point shoots and scores so fast, I can't keep up with the shot. It's 3-0 Raiders, just like that. Wellesley has scored 3 goals unanswered, and Redhawks have no choice but to call a timeout, not knowing what just happened. So, we go into the final period. Natick's got 15 minutes to their season and an uphill battle waiting for them. And that's made even more complicated when Jake Robertson sticks the puck away in the neutral zone. Darrell Webb picks it up, and it's just gone. Near the circle, Webb paints the corner with the dagger. Second goal on the night. But the score, that puts this game completely out of reach. 4-0, Wellesley in control. Tempers start to flare, with Raiders staying aggressive on offense here, looking for a power play score. And I guess Redhawks take exception to it. We still got 8 minutes of hockey left. There's no mercy rule here in high school hockey where the winning team has to stop shooting on net with a big lead. Meanwhile, Sean Harney decides to put in more jabs while the rest aren't looking. Hey Harney, you dropped your stick there. You might need it. Hashtag smooth. So with under 5 to go, Sean Harney breakaway steal, getting hounded by Zach Dowdy, still gets the shot off, but it's denied by Hubbard. So with time ticking past 4 minutes in regulation, Al Arno behind net feeds it to his brother Dylan. Dylan Arno buries it top shelf. Natick is finally on the board. But time is not what they've got here. Could have fooled Natick fans though as they start the "I believe that we will win" chant. Hey, I'm all for cheering your team on right to the end, but seriously? What scoreboard are you looking at here? Hate to break it to you, but with Bo Picking's empty netter score here, it's now 5-1 Raiders. And that's a deficit nobody is coming back from. And so that is game as Wellesley rushes onto the ice to celebrate a solid quarterfinal victory over their divisional rivals. The second period proved to be the game changer here, as 3 quick scores by Wellesley were too much to overcome for the Redhawks. Next up, Raiders fight to stay alive in another Bay State Conference tourney battle as they face Braintree on Thursday at Gallo Arena. Wellesley moves on, and the Redhawks are sent packing. Wellesley 5, Natick 1. So here we are on Tuesday as girls basketball finds themselves right back here at Massasoit College for the second year in a row for the Division I South Sectional semifinals. But this time their challenge would be the top-seeded Mansfield Hornets. Now, since their quarterfinal win over Marshfield the week before, all the Raiders have heard about is Mansfield's squad and their defense. Well, Wellesley has their own defense to be proud about too. So this is going to be a battle to score points, that's for sure. Last season it was here on this same court, Captain Dorian Cahn, then a junior, went down with an injury. Despite a huge effort by the Band of Sisters, their comeback without Cahn was inspiring, but fell just short. Now Cahn is back as captain, along with Leo Sperling and junior Kelsey Zarl. It's been a fantastic regular season, but these three captains, along with everyone else on this team, does not want it to end here tonight. Both sides trade baskets in the paint to get this playoff game underway here. Whether it's the Massasoit first half curse that plagued the Raiders last year, it's making an appearance yet again. As turnovers you start to see here are ones that maybe nerves play a key role in, as this is something you just don't see often in Wellesley. But you see on this turnover, Mansfield has their own share of miscues as well, as they turn the ball right back over in just 2 seconds, thanks to Nicole Beckett. Kelsey Zarl, determined, picks up the loose ball, looks to turn that mistake into fast break points, does, as Zarl gets the runner to fall, down 7-4. A few head-scratcher calls begin early here as this is a travel? No, that's a foul. That is a preview of what's frustratingly to come for Wellesley. So while Raiders are stuck on that dreaded low-scoring start to open up a semifinal game for the second year in a row, the Hornets come out of this opening quarter with an 11-4 advantage. Raiders need to find any kind of offensive rhythm, and they need to do it now as we open up the second. Kelsey Zarl helps spark that momentum coming off a screen and drains the pull-up J. A huge jolt to this Raiders offense comes by way of sophomore Gianna Polly. Polly, just off the bench, comes in and gets it done. Cuts it to 11-8 with this basket. Wellesley with the ball. Dorian Cahn kicks it out to Gianna Polly. Polly takes it and drains it for the tray. Deficit 20-11. Closing seconds to this second, off a Molly Cronin miss, Gianna Polly scoops out the rebound and nails the putback jumper, just beating the buzzer. And man, this team needed that basket as we head to halftime. So with the Raider 5 on the floor now being Nicole Beckett, Gianna Polly, Kelsey Zarl, Leo Sperling, and Dorian Cahn, it's time to start up this crucial third, the huge statement by these players, down by 9. So here we go, off a non-call foul, shaka, to Nicole Beckett. Dorian Cahn pounds the glass, feeds it to Gianna Polly. Polly from downtown, boom, delivers yet again. 22-16, Polly with 10. Well, Hornets struggle in this third with their own personal mistakes and can't find the basket now. Leo Sperling in the paint gets hacked mid-shot, and yes, that's a foul, and it still goes in. What a tough shot to make for Sperling. Kelsey Zarl then drives inside, dishes it to Polly, and Gianna Polly makes a break around a pick to the lane and scores her 12th point of the game. Raiders defense held Mansfield to only 4 points. Didn't allow a field goal. Those 4 were from free throws. Yeah, let's talk about that defense instead. So we got a 3-point game here now. The Raiders are down 26-23. So with time starting to tick away to Wellesley's season, Mansfield's Jennifer Peel here adds to a Hornets lead, driving in the paint 33-26 with just under 4 to go in regulation. But it's time for even more frustrating calls that come against Raiders. Leo Sperling here gets bumped on the rebound, no call. Sperling gets her second rebound off that miss, fouled again, whistle blows. No good, at least the refs caught that second foul, right? Nope. Traveling on Leo Sperling. And rightfully, officials hear it from the Raiders bench and coach Glenn Nagpion. Come on, this has been all game. When an extra official comes on for the playoffs, it's meant to help get calls actually right for both sides. Jennifer Peel then drives inside, sticks out her left elbow into Leo Sperling. Foul called on Leo Sperling instead. In any other game, high school or NBA, that's an offensive foul. Still down by 7 though, Kelsey Zerl, aggressive to the rim, gets her shot to fall. Timeout, 1:49 to go, and despite all these challenges, it ain't over yet. So with Mansfield still leading 33-28, Megan Hill gets that good old ref foul to go her way and won. I'm sorry, but when you see a player with their arms up time and again defending and there's no contact, how is that a foul? 42 seconds left, still down 36-28. Leo Sperling gets called for the foul. That would be her 5th. So Sperling, as a senior and captain, fouls out. And I can think of maybe one. One of those was a legit foul. It's tough and sad enough to see players react when reality hits them. They just played their final minute to their final high school game ever. I personally want to see every senior go out in style on their last game, whether it's a career high in points or goals. But to see it this way, playoffs, game still on the line, and I can't think of one foul that was legit contact, well, sorry, that's just not right. Those 2 free throws would fortunately be missed both by Mansfield. And Gianna probably takes the ball and is just gone down the court in seconds. Driving to the rim, Polly gets fouled and won. Yeah, they actually called it. 35.4 seconds left, 36-31 Hornets, but the damage is already done. Again, that painful fact that this is it for Cohen, Sperling, Natalie Hone, and Izzy Hartnett. And for the rest of this team, well, it's games like these I wish I didn't have to film. So as the score of 40-31 Mansfield becomes a final, it's not me sitting here pointing out the miscues in the game, the just misses on shots that normally fall, and what seemed like endless whistles on non-calls, and pointing them out and using them as excuses. But they were legit challenges. But unlike the newspapers who immediately gave absolute and all credit to Mansfield's defense being the game changer that stopped Raiders' offense, I'll just say what it was. It was a hard-fought game that ended in a loss, and a bitter end to a fantastic season of hard work, defense, and just plain pure talent on the court. In other words, for these band of sisters, it was everything to be proud of. The Raiders will be back next year, just as strong, just as good, and now with even more extra motivation. So it's back to hockey as come Thursday night, only the boys would remain in the tourney. But for the Division I South semifinals, the game would be played at Gallo Arena, where it would be an understatement to say that this rink has not been kind at all to this boys team. With the last 4 trips down to Bourne in the playoffs has been the end of the road for Wellesley each time. These 2 teams met up twice already in January, with Braintree coming away with a win and the other decided by a draw. So it will by no means be easy for these Raiders to break what's become a Gallo curse. So a fast-moving first here quickly flies by as the scoreless tie remains deep into the second period, with both sides attacking the net, yet to see results. Raiders go on the power play here, looking to strike. But near the blue line, Liam Sage steals the puck away. Zach Doughty's staying with him the whole way, but Sage dekes around the captain and centers it to Brett Lockhart. Lockhart buries the one-timer and the Womps have a 1-0 lead. On this, Lockhart fast breaks Shorty, and that's got to leave a bitter taste for Wellesley's defense on a man-up advantage. There's always tension on the ice between these 2 opponents. That's the Bay State Conference way. But here on this loose puck, it's a race for who gets to it first. Andrew Hubbard comes way out to defend just as Ryan Cody is speeding down the ice. The very definition of bing bang boom is this: pushing and shoving, and Jack Hubbard taking exception to that hit on his brother. It goes down as a Braintree penalty on Cody, but more important, how is Hubbard? Well, that is one tough goalie, as Andrew Hubbard shakes it off like hits like that happen all the time. And Hubbard stays in the game. Okay, now that is gutsy. So it's do or die in this final frame. Well, still with a 1-goal edge. The Raiders still trying to get to goalie Owen Kadire. And as the hits keep coming, the score remains 1-0. Bodies start flying here as Zach Doughty fires on net, but Kadire is having none of it. But if you're wondering if that nasty hit to Hubbard the period before is affecting him at all as we go deeper into this game, well, I think this quick glove snare on a laser by Jeremy Souza and stretching out to Falmouth to make this fast break save, I'd say that answers that for you. But as time ticks away here way too fast, we've only got 13.9 seconds left. And on this offensive zone face-off, they give the Womps and their fans plenty of heart attacks here, as multiple shots on net put Owen Kadire to the ultimate test. But with just a second barely off on timing, that clutch equalizer Wellesley worked so hard for would not come. And that is game as Braintree storms the ice in celebration. And that is tough as this arena does it again, the 5th time to these Raiders. It was a hard-fought battle, not just in this game, but all season long. Braintree moves on to the sectional semifinals, where the Raiders see their playoff goals come to a crashing halt. Braintree barely escapes here with a 1-0 victory, but let's not forget the season Raiders hockey fought hard for. It may be the end for now, but this team will be back. Well, that does it for this episode, and sadly, all winter sports. As the wise man Lloyd Christmas once said, I hate goodbyes. And for me, I always hate saying goodbye to what is always an exciting season of winter sports. Not to mention having to see a ton of great seniors have their high school careers come to an end. But don't worry, look for a new episode coming soon where we recap some great games and highlights from both the basketball and hockey programs. Because like a zit that just won't leave, I don't want winter sports to leave either. Check us out on demand at wellesleymedia.org, our YouTube and Facebook pages at Wellesley Public Media, and of course, right here on Comcast 9 and Verizon 39. Thanks as always for watching Black Red Blitz. Go Raiders.